Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be how the narcissist weaponizes your beliefs against you. Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please subscribe. So this is a good one, and it's completely valid for each and every one of us because every person on the planet, perhaps not everyone is an empath. There are various shades of empathy, but everybody has beliefs and core beliefs, and they're unique to you. Now, having said that, your beliefs were weaponized against you. Let's take a few examples right here. Let's say, hypothetically, that you got married to the narcissist, as an example. Well, you believed in the institution or the commitment of marriage. When you tied those vows and you exchanged the vows and the wedding rings and all these things, whatever the ceremony was, you believed that you were in a healthy, stable, long-term committed relationship with this individual. Now, lo and behold, we all know now that once the wedding ring is slipped on the narcissist's finger, that just gives them a license to destroy you, a license to abuse you behind closed doors, because soon thereafter, the devaluation stage will begin. Maybe it even began before you were married, but that's one example. So they will take your commitment, your dedication, your devotion, your belief in the institution of marriage, or whatever you want to call it, and they will weaponize that against you. You see, they know what makes you tick, and they got to know you early on in the relationship. That is exactly how the narcissist did their homework on you, or their reconnaissance on you. They asked questions about you, about your past, your dreams, your aspirations, your goals, your future, what you liked, what you didn't like, where you wanted to travel, your bank account, your social circle, your family, your friends, your past relationships, your favorite color. They asked you all of these things. And believe me when I tell you, most of these things were locked in their tiny little pea brain to weaponize against you at a later date. That's exactly how the thumbnail mentioned it, what the narcissist weaponizes your beliefs. Now, other things are, let's say that you are an empath, and I won't focus on empathy for this video, but it's a great example. If you are an empath and you are in a relationship, say it's a friendship, and this person turns out to be a narcissist, well, most likely for the length of the relationship until you figured out that they are an energy vampire, most likely you were giving them your time. Perhaps you were taking those phone calls at all hours of the night. Perhaps you were driving them to the airport and picking them up. And these favors or things you would do for them would not be reciprocal. In other words, they would not be there for you to pick you up from the airport. They certainly wouldn't be answering the phone at 11 o'clock at night with an alleged emergency. Points like that are exactly what the narcissist thrives on. This is exactly how they weaponize each and every relationship. It doesn't matter who you are. Let's say it's a sibling, and your sibling is a narcissist or a toxic individual. Well, they know that you are flesh and blood, meaning you are from the same family. And most likely, the term, oh, the family comes first. You got to stick with the family. Then the family is the priority, things like that. Most likely, that was probably ingrained in your upbringing. Now, I am not saying that family doesn't come first. What I will say for this video is that many times family members are the people that can hurt you the most because they know you the best and they've spent the most time with you, i.e. the narcissist. So let's say you have a sibling who is a narcissist, again, toxic individual. Well, they know what makes you tick. They've grown up with you. They know exactly how to get to you, how to push your buttons. And that is why exactly many times, let's just double down on this one. Many times people in general, the narcissist or siblings, they will ask you flat out, hey, I've hit hard times. I have no money. Can you loan me some money? And you're like, wait a minute. I've been loaning you money for the last 10 years. I've never been repaid a dime. What's to make me think that you're going to repay it now? Then they'll give you some sob story. Oh, I don't have money to buy the kids presents, or I don't have any money to get a new phone, or I can't quite pay the mortgage, or my car payment, I'm late, things like that. And then you, because you are an empath and or a sibling of the narcissist, let's put it that way, you have loaned them money in the past and you've said, it's okay, it's only money, I can earn more money, you know, no big thing. But they got accustomed to this. They got accustomed to your money. And this is exactly how they weaponize your beliefs, because you believed that you were loaning them money in a time of need, that on the condition that you would receive it back, that you'll be paid back. They never paid you back. And then, again, keep in mind, these are classic illustrations, and it doesn't have to be a sibling. It can be a friend borrowing money. It can be anybody borrowing money. They have no intention of paying it back. What they want, all they do is they want to have that money exchange hands, and then boom, they disappear, only to pop up months or years later and claim again that they're the victim or things are so difficult. But what happens then? What happens is when you get the wisdom and you realize that you've contributed a lot of money to these individuals, i.e. toxic people who aren't going to pay you back, you stop lending them money. You say the magic word no. Perhaps you block them. Perhaps you go no contact with them and remove yourself from the equation. Maybe you don't make yourself available to receive texts and or phone calls about their issues. Because why? Because you have not seen them change throughout the course of your life. They only get worse over time. Bear in mind, the aging narcissist is not a pretty sight. That is a person who is clinging on to their looks and hoping that they will hoping that they appear like as if they were in their 20s when they're many times in their 50s, 60s, 70s and upwards. They're just clinging on to the past. And you know what? Those days are long over. But the aging narcissist, when they look in the mirror, they don't see the wrinkles or the gray hairs. They see the 20-year-old version of themselves and that they are the best looking person on the planet. Well, dose of reality for you aging narcissists, you're not. And Father Time ticks for each and every one of us. So you should be embracing your looks and being fortunate that you're on the planet another day. But I know you can't do that. Keep in mind other things that the narcissist will weaponize, other beliefs they'll weaponize against you. So many things. Like example, let's say you are the first person to graduate university or college in your family, and let's say your parents or parent is a narcissist or a cousin or somebody, someone that is related to you or a friend or somebody, and they're going to downplay it. They're going to say, no, it's not such a big deal. You know, I could have done that. I could have easily graduated college. It's nothing special. And they're trying to take away from your brilliant scholarly performance because you achieved something. And remember, when you achieve something, the narcissist, they don't like that. It doesn't matter who it is, because the narcissist believes that they are better than you, that they know more than you, whether they went to school or not. The narcissist literally has an inferiority complex, although they won't let you know that. Remember, they are cowards and bullies. They are afraid. That is exactly how they are in their tiny little brains. The thing is, they usually, many times, not always, but many times, they have the loudest voices in the room. And people believe them. And people see how the narcissist treats other individuals, and they don't want to be the next target. So they succumb to the whims and the wishes of the narcissist. Let's go to the workplace bully / narcissist. It's the same thing. Why do you think so many people rise through the corporate ladders that are narcissists or toxic individuals? It's because they don't care. They don't care about individuals. All they care about is themselves. And blowing up your phone 7 days a week, including weekends and or holidays and your special day, birthday or functions, and asking you to do work for a project or projects that aren't due for 2, 3, 4 months down the road. And you're thinking to yourself, what's going on? It's Friday evening at 6. I'm spending time with my family and my boss is blowing up my phone about a project that isn't due for the next year. What is it? It's because they want to disrupt your energy. And perhaps they don't have a family of their own, or perhaps they do, but they just know that you will respond to the text. Because why? Because you need the job. And they know what makes you tick. Again, remember, when you took that job, most likely you were the flavor of the month. You could do no wrong. And they buddied up with you and or perhaps took you out to lunch a few times to learn all about you. Those lunches that they took you out to, that wasn't to get to know you like, hey, you know, let's go golfing and have fun. No, it was to set you up to knock you down later. Because the narcissist needs punching bags. They need people to manipulate. And in the workplace, i.e. workplace bully, this is exactly why many of these people are in positions higher up than a other individual, because they don't care. They don't have empathy. They absolutely gobble this abuse up. And again, I will say this, HR usually doesn't contribute to the betterment of the companies. I know there are many people in the community that either work in HR or have had HR experiences. I'm not taking away from from any of that. I'm just saying that HR many times has their hands tied because they will take the side of the narcissist / workplace bully, because that's what they do, because they too need their jobs. That's just the way the inner workings work many times in HR. Not always, but many times. But this is what the narcissists weaponize. They weaponize your beliefs. Say it's your religion. Say you are a follower of a certain religion or religious beliefs. Well, the narcissist sized this up early also, and perhaps they started attending your ceremonies or your events with the church group, whatever it was. Did they really want to attend those church ceremonies? No, not at all. They did it to make themselves look good, to get supply during the ceremonies, to make you look good, to make you feel like, wow, this person was really interested in my religious beliefs. This is great. I can actually build a future with them. And then boom, next thing you know, they stop going or slowly stop going, and you find yourself going by yourself and you're back to square zero, but actually you're worse than square zero because now you're in a relationship with this person. Perhaps you even got married and now you're not going to these church functions like you used to. Why? Because the narcissist is consuming your time, and they weaponize this against you, saying things like this, like, why do you have to spend so much time at church? Like, you can pray here. Like, what's the big thing? Things like that. Examples. These are just micro examples, and believe me, they're littered all over the planet. Another thing is with the things that you love to do. Let's say sports or recreational activities or hobbies. Let's say you liked to garden or to go jet skiing or to go mountain biking, whatever. Did the narcissist actually want to go with you? In the beginning, of course they did. During the euphoric stage, right? Absolutely they did. Because they wanted to get to know you so they could weaponize this against you at a later date. In other words, remember, before you met the narcissist, perhaps you were bike riding. Let's use that as an example. Say you were bike riding 6 days a week and you got really good at it, you loved it, it was your you time. Then you meet the narcissist and they start going with you. And then next thing you know, things are going great. You're like, wow, I have someone to go biking with, this is fun. And it's going really well. Until when? Until it doesn't. That's when the narcissist will start telling you, you're spending too much time bike riding, it's not good for you, why aren't you spending more time with me? And then the next thing you know, when you're in the relationship, you're not bike riding at all. And that bike that used to get all the TLC, you used to go 6 days a week for a couple hours a day or whatever it was, now it's sitting in the garage collecting dust. And you are on the couch being abused each and every day when you come home from work or on the weekends, or you're doing everything the narcissist wants you to do. These are real life examples. This is how the narcissist weaponizes your beliefs against you. It's virtually with anything. That is why when you're in the relationship, specifically in the narcissistic fog, and you don't have the wisdom, you don't know what's going on, and you finally get a breadcrumb of hope, meaning you find channels like mine or many others, and again, thank you very much for being here, and you get your first light bulb moment, and you're like, oh my gosh, there really are people like this, it's not just me. I can't believe it. You're right, it isn't just you. There are billions of us with a B, billions of us. The thing is that you are one of the fortunate ones that are getting the wisdom in real time, and you are now having boundaries. You're not a people pleaser, you're not a yes person. You are learning to say no, the strongest word in the English language, which, remember, when you say no to someone or something, you're saying yes to yourself. Play that again. Point being, all of these things are weaponized against you, and it doesn't matter. The more you share with the narcissist, the more they know about you, the more your beliefs and or anything about you will be weaponized against you. Same thing, let's take a simple one, very simple, basic. Your hair. Maybe you had dark hair and the narcissist didn't like that. They wanted you to get lighter hair. Maybe you had short hair. They wanted you to grow it out. Maybe you had curls and they wanted it straight. You see, everything's about the narcissist. And the way they play this manipulating game of devastation, destruction, lies, and manipulation is very simple. You either conform to what they want you to do or you don't. And if you don't, believe me, you'll experience rage fits, gaslighting, stonewalling, the silent treatment, triangulation, smear campaigns, certainly. It's a not good situation for anyone in a narcissistic relationship. When you get the wisdom, you actually understand that the path is to block these people, go no contact, remove them and or all flying monkeys and people associated with them, and live your best life, of course, after you've healed. But in time, in your time, you will heal. So really understand this message. The narcissist has always weaponized your beliefs against you, so much so that people get so beaten down that they don't even know what's going on. They really don't, because all they hear for days, weeks, months, years, decades is how not good of a quality person they are, or how they are not a success. In other words, they're a failure, or they'll never amount to anything, or they should have done this or could. This is all false rhetoric of the narcissist. They're trying to brainwash you. They're trying to gaslight you. They're trying to keep you trapped in the fog so they can get their supply through you. Yes, it's true. So guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning. Remember, no matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. Continue to focus on yourself. Continue to move forward each and every day and believe in yourself. If not now, when? God bless you guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I love you all. Have a great evening. All right, bye.